Hi, good evening, everyone. Maya, Alicia, Rashik, yes, Greg, Magic, Magda, Alexander, Eva, Hannah, Ella, Anastasia, Adrian, Hanya, and a lot more. Let's see. Oh, 138. Very nice. Thank you. Mariola, Radek, some similar names, of course, Robert, Aneta, Justina over here, Sylvia, and Tomasz, Magda, Rafał, Anastasia. That's really nice. Okay. All right. Anyway, so we have here today, of course, uh, okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Marian. I'm from Philippines. Today we're going to talk about time words. Time words and expressions. Words and phrases in English that talks about and refers to time. There's a lot of I have four series of this topic actually, but then on Monday I'm going to somehow cut it a little bit and talk about movies. This is in demand actually, but we will go back to this time expressions and words in the near future. Yes. And yeah, like right now, for instance, it's Friday evening, isn't it? Just really nice to listen to some country music and then relax before you go to bed tonight, right? Okay. Today, again, we're going to learn different words and expressions you can use when it comes to refer to time. So, first of all, let's talk about the description of time. Time is used to quantify. Let me use that word, okay? To quantify, to measure or compare the duration of events or the intervals between them and even sequence events, okay? I use this uh I use this word, okay? One moment, to measure or compare the duration, quantify. In math, in math time can be defined as the ongoing and continuous sequence of events that occur in succession from the past through the present to the future. Got me? Can understand? Yes. We measure time in seconds, minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, and years with clocks and calendars. That's why we quantify and measure the duration of events. Also, I wanted to tell you that time. We measure and define what time of the day it is using clock. Yeah, like right now for the time of our webinar is about 7 p.m. mostly every day. But next week you will maybe you notice on the platform if it's already there that the webinar on Monday will be at 7:30. Yes, right? You'll see it there. You will see it there. It'll be 7:30 for next week. Good. Monday, and on Wednesday there'll be two webinars, and on Thursday there'll be two webinars. Okay. On Monday there will be two webinars as well. Good. One Polish webinar and then followed by an English webinar. Good. Isn't it nice? Anyway, going back. So, going back to our topic time, okay, a clock in general has 12 numbers, isn't it? The clock in general has 12 numbers written on it, 1 to 12. There's an hour hand. Okay, let me have this. There's an hour hand. This is for the hour. Okay. And then there's a minute hand. The time is usually based on a 12-hour clock. A day has 24 hours. We use AM to tell time running from midnight to noon, and PM from for the time running from noon to midnight. There's a lot of people I notice somehow they mistakenly use AM and PM. Again, the moment it is 0001 to 11:59, this is AM, meaning morning, and then 12:00 noon, okay, up to 11:59 PM. Of course, that's PM, right? Good. We're good. That is how it is when it comes to AM and PM. Good. Okay. Now let's continue. Sorry, excuse me. We need to learn the basics. We need to learn the basics. Learning the basics of forming a verb tense is usually easy, like the present tense, the past tense, future tense. Yes. I mean, only the basic tense. I'm not talking about the future tenses. Okay, don't get me wrong. And so is using the tense by itself. However, when the tenses are mixed together, okay, in grammar or in writing, there can be a lot of confusion. So you need to remember, you need to look for the use of time words. We need to remember when making or creating a sentence that you need that talks about or refers to time, look for the use of time words. Remember the purpose or purposes, depends, of each tense. Look at the context. There may not be any time. There may not be any time words in the sentence, but the surrounding sentences will give a clue as to what should come next. You got me? Look at the context. It may not be it may not have time words, but the context, the surrounding sentence will give you a clue. Good. Okay, and that's what we're going to learn today. Some time words depending on the tenses of the verb. What are you talking about, Marin? I don't understand. You will understand in the next slide. Okay, here it is. First is simple present. When we're talking about simple present, it means that you're talking about something that is happening every day, every month, every week, every year, always, sometimes, never, and frequent. Yes, never is simple present. Yes, you heard me right. Okay. George jogs 3 miles every day. Mary always has salad for lunch, and I sometimes go to New York City. Good. Can understand me? Clear? Okay, so these are time words and expressions for simple present tense. All right, you can follow me now. Let's continue. So for simple past, we have, of course, these words and expressions. Yesterday, the number of years, weeks, the number of months, days, number of hours ago, and in past year, last month, last week, or last year. You have this word, you have this word. That's your clue. Example, Tom went to Los Angeles yesterday. Charles flew to Paris in 1927. Okay. When we use in, you have the year, past year. Okay. And then when we use the word last, you refer to last month, last week, or last year. Can follow me? Good. Let's move on, shall we? This time for the future. So for simple future, of course, these are the time words and expressions that you need to remember. Tomorrow, in the future year, in the future month, and in the future week. On, we can also say on. We can also use the preposition on, by the way, if you're talking about day. But if you're talking about year, month, or week, we need to use the preposition in. Next, we can also use next. All right. Yes. Next month, next week, next year, next name of day. Yes. Yes, sure, Hanya. And the number of days. We can talk about the number of days, the number of months, weeks, years from now, this month, week, afternoon, year, and someday. Good. Again, these are your time words and expressions that you can use when you want to talk about simple future. Example: Mary will go to Hawaii in 2 weeks. You see, in 2 weeks. Ed will drive to Toronto next Saturday. George will paint his house 6 days from now. Yes, we have the number of days or the number of months, number of weeks or number of years, and the phrase from now. And of course, we know that when it comes to simple future, the structure, you need to have the word or the modal verb will. Good? Can follow me? Again, these are sample words and phrases that you can use for simple future. Let's move on, shall we? This is another confusing to some people. Present progressive. They confused it with present simple. Present progressive is another term for present continuous. Present continuous. And when we say present continuous, we're talking about now, right now, at this moment of speaking. Yes. And when, of course, with present continuous or progressive, we always have the verb ing. Yes. Okay. The verb plus ing. For example, these are the words that you can use or phrases that you can use to talk about present progressive. You are reading sentences about verb tenses right now. Good. Many students are taking calculus this summer at this moment. So we can use the word this. It may not be like, at this moment of speaking, but as you can see, like we said earlier, there may not be a specific time words or expression in the sentence, but you will understand the context. It's talking about at this moment. Good? Mm-hmm. Okay. Next, future progressive. Okay. Future progressive, it is like at this time tomorrow. Yes, this is a phrase that you can use when if you want to talk about a future progressive in English. Again, when we say progressive, it is continuous. Future continuous, meaning to say you're talking about the future and you are referring to a specific event that is continuously happening at that time. At this time tomorrow, I will be cleaning my house. At this time tomorrow in Philippines, I might be sleeping. Yeah. At this time tomorrow, you will be eating your dinner. Yes, or your supper. Good. This is what you can use for future continuous. Let's move on, shall we? Okay. Next would be present perfect. Come on. Yeah. This another topic that tense of verb that's really way confusing. Of course, for present perfect, as you know, we can use the word for, since, yet, never, always. Yes, as you can see over there. So far, the number of times, many times, lately, recently, already. The present perfect tense refers to an action or state that either occurred at an indefinite time in the past or began in the past and continued to the present time, if you remember. Okay? So, example, Sam has visited Hawaii many times. Remember an action or state in the past that occurred or maybe began in the past and continued to the present time. Sam has visited Hawaii many times. Paul has been here for 6 hours. Yoko has known Mary since 1994. I have already written a letter to the president. You see? Good? All right. Everybody's listening. Let's continue, shall we? We're going to have a bit of practice later on. Okay. Moving on. So we have, of course, present perfect continuous. Present perfect continuous or progressive. So as you see here, with present perfect, we also have here for, since, lately, and recently. For as a review, the present perfect continuous tense, also known as present perfect progressive, shows that something started in the past and is continuing at the present time. Rita has been jogging for 2 hours now. Of course, again, with the word continuous or progressive, you have there the verb with ing. Good. Okay, let's move on. There are a lot of time words in English that you can use actually. And sometimes it's not just with the tenses of verb. Well, yes, it is also with the most of the time it's with the tense of the verb. But then let me give you some other tips. For example, if you want to use the word ago, you use ago to talk about the period of time between now and when something happened in the past. A few minutes ago, I started the webinar. Few minutes ago, I had a class. Few minutes ago or few hours ago, I was AFK away from my computer. Yes. Okay. Next, let's move on. Another word is for. This is another really confusing for many people when to use for. You use for with a period of time. You can use it to talk about periods of time in the past, in the present, and in the future. That's why it is confusing because people think that it's only good for present perfect tenses. No, not really. It can be in the past, in the present, and in the future. I lived there for 5 years, something in the past. I'm here for a week in the present time. I'm going on holiday for 2 weeks. That is in the future tense. Good. Again, a period of time for 5 years, for a week, for 2 weeks. Good. Past, present, and future. Don't be confused. Next. Another one. Okay. So this one, it is not really used that much, based according to Based on my experience with people here on Tutlo, the word during. You use during to talk about something that happened in a period of time. You don't use during with numbers for 6 weeks, not during 6 weeks. No, not really. Yes. Again, you talk about something that happened in a period of time. Can you give me example? Let's see. Some examples over here. This time it's on you. Examples with maybe example sentence with the word during. Kazik, Mariola, Ella, Maya, yes, okay. Or for example, the restaurant is open during the day. I'm gonna write that. The restaurant is open during the day. Okay, there you go. Happened in a period of time. Can you give me another example? During. Try it. It's okay. You can do this. Mm-hmm. During. It's all right. Um, I I would like to go to Poland during summer. I walked during all morning. Thank you, Magic, for that. I appreciate it. Rephrase it a little bit. Rephrase it a little bit. Yeah. The concert is during the night. Okay. They went to Florida during the winter time. Yes. Again, it happens in or over a period of time. Okay. We use to talk about the length of time that something lasts. All right. Okay. Very nice. I rang him during our lesson. Yes, good. Greg, the concert is during the night. Okay. Okay, I can accept that. Very nice. Thank you. Thank you, Ella. Let's move on. Okay. So that's with during. Now, since. You use since with a point in time. A point in time. During the winter, there is the cold temperature in Poland. Yes, Radek, that's what I'm talking about. Very good. Well, now, since. Use since with a point in time. Yes, Patricia, broke my leg during my holiday. Yes, during my vacation. Good. Okay, since Tuesday, by the way. Okay, to let's go back now to our topic. Since last week, since 4 p.m., etc. You use since with a point in time. Since 7 p.m., I'm talking about time, words, and expressions. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. You use until to mean up to a particular time. This one is also the same with during. It is not used so much in the lessons, I noticed. Used until to mean up to a particular time. I'm here until the weekend. I'm here until 7:30. I'll be in the office until 5 p.m. and I'll be on the platform until 10 p.m. tonight. You see? Good. Until, up to a particular time. Next, this one too. Another phrase in English that is not commonly used. From and to. You talk about the beginning and end of a period time. I'll be here from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Good. Time words and expressions. And of course, last but not the least, for our webinar today, frequency. You use one for one time, twice for two times, and so on. Thrice for three times. Okay. And so on and so forth. This is for frequency. Okay. Good. And don't worry, I will try to cover up other time words and expressions, anything that is connected with time. Again, I have four parts of this lesson, and I hope that you can be there. But this time, can we have a little bit of practice? Shall we start? Okay. Can you please choose the best time word for me? Time word. I haven't been to Paris blank last year. I haven't been to Paris blank last year. What do you think? So think take a look at the structure of the sentence. Think of the tense of the verb. Present perfect. Okay, Ella, thank you. Yes, Martina, Magda, Maya, Greg, Yarek. Yes, Sylvia, Ella, Lena, very nice. Thank you. In this case, we've got since. It's all right, Magda. It's all right, Alicia. And yes, it is since last year. This is present perfect. Good. Next, let's continue. Yes, good. I'm going to stay here blank. The match finishes. I'm going to stay here. The match finishes. What do you think? Yeah, you can do it. Thank you, Maya. Yes, Ella, Rafael. Good, Greg. That's what I'm talking about. Lena, Sylvia, Martina, good, Martin, Adrian. Yes, until the match. Yes, Magic, Patricia, good. Next, let's continue. They've been here 5 years. They've been here 5 years. Again, this is the perfect tense. So what do you think? Very good. Thank you, Maya. That's really fast of you. Greg, Radek, Martina. Yes, Yarek, correct. Alicia, Ella, Lena, Magda. Very good. 4, 5 years. Correct. Okay. Next, let's continue. He plays football a week. We're talking about frequency. Frequency. What do you think? Frequency. Come on, you can do it. Well, there can be two possible answers here, but since we're talking about something to sound more natural, very good. We can say twice a week. Yes, Lena, it can be 2 times a week. Don't get me wrong. Grammatically, you can use this. However, to sound more natural, twice a week. Next, let's continue. They bought their house. Oh, 6 months. They bought their house 6 months. Yes, Greg, that is correct. Okay. What about this one? Yes. So very nice. Thank you, Aneta. Yes, Maya, Magic, Martin, Ella. Good, Martina. Correct. Ago. Something in the past. Next, let's continue. We're going away a week in August. What do you think? I told you about this. I told you about this. We're going away a week in August. What do you think? So, very nice. Thank you for the answers, Ella, Maya, Martina, Greg, Adrian, for a week in August. Again, this is something in the future. It's it's in the future. Next, how about this one? She worked Monday, Friday. She worked Monday, Friday. Yes, this is also another common mistake, by the way. Exactly, that's what I'm talking about. It's all right, Aneta. It's all right. It's okay, Mariola. We have from and to. It's always from and to. From Monday to Friday. Okay, good, good. from and to. Don't forget about that. It's okay. It's okay. No problem. Let's continue. He went away the holidays. He went away the holidays. What do you think? Yes, he went away. Again, this is not used that much. Okay, thank you, Maya. Are you sure about that? Aneta, yes, Yarek, Lena, oh, we have different answers here. Let me tell you, this one is during. Very good. It's okay. It's okay, Lena. It's okay, Aneta. Very nice. No problem. He went away during the holidays. Again, let's continue. Okay. She went to London year. She went to London year. Yes, Aneta, that's correct. That's during. Okay. She went to London. Yes, okay, good. Yes. In this case, I hear many students that actually meet me, they say the last year. No, we don't need article in this. No article, okay? We just say last year, not the last year. Good. Next, okay? Next. I've only been on a plane in my life, and this is so true. This is true about me. I've only been on a plane in my life. Exactly. Very good. Thank you, Maya. Yes, once in my life. Yes, very good. One time in my life. That is correct. It is also grammatically correct if you use one time. Very good. Okay. So, yes, and that's with my webinar for today. Let me tell you this. It's not about having time. Never. It's never about having time. It is about making time. I hope you find the webinar useful today. And on Monday, I will see you for another exciting webinar that's about movies. Okay. And thank you so much for that. And what else? So here, I hope that you will participate in a similar event in the future. You'll see on the webinar next week, there are Polish webinars done by our Polish tutors, and of course, uh, English webinars. Thank you so much for that. I'll see you soon and have a great evening, everyone. All right. See you. Thank you. Okay. Goodbye. Mhm.